What's going on, everyone? Vince here, and today I have a special video brought to you by SculptNation.com where I want to talk about your immune system and 5 simple ways to strengthen it. Because immunity isn't seasonal. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. You need to be proactive, not reactive. And you need to build a strong foundation for your immune system so that it's always ready to fight. And having a well-functioning immune system is one of the best things that you can do for not only your overall health, but also for getting and staying in shape. Scientists discovered not long ago that even modest weight loss can reverse some of the harmful changes often seen in the immune cells of people that are overweight. And there are all these kinds of crazy concepts circulating on how you can boost your immune system. I saw an ad the other day that told me to get a coffee enema to rid myself of toxins, which by the way is an injection of coffee into the rectum. And then another guy popped up trying to tell me to swish some coconut oil around my mouth for 5 minutes. And I've certainly not seen any studies that show these things can actually boost your immune system. In fact, that's what I want to talk to you about today. The fact that you can't really boost your immune system. What you can do is improve the functioning of your immune system, which is even more beneficial for you and your body. So in today's video, I'm gonna explain exactly what I mean and give 5 simple science-backed ways to support your body's natural ability to always be ready to defend itself. So real quickly, let me explain the entire boost your immune system concept. Now, I don't want to bore you with too much science because it really doesn't matter what term people use when talking about immunity, as long as you understand that having a strong immune system is the foundation of health. Your immune response also needs to be at peak capacity if you want to see optimal results from your diet and training. Otherwise, you're opening yourself up to all these kinds of things that could slow you down, which could not only result in, let's say, missed training sessions, but also a sluggish immune system keeps you from being able to do one of the most necessary things needed for optimal fat loss and muscle gain, and that's recovery. But boosting immunity is complicated. Our immune system is not a single thing. It's a complex system of tissues and organs that spreads all throughout the body. And there are thousands of different cells in the immune system, and they all respond to challenges in different ways. So to truly boost your immunity, you'd have to know what cells you need to boost and exactly how many need boosting. And so far, scientists don't really have an answer to how we could actually do that. But what they do know is that the body is continually producing immune cells. And for your immune system to operate at top capacity, the key is keeping everything that contributes to it functioning properly, which has led researchers to explore the effects of overall lifestyle and its connection to immune performance. Now, some of the approaches that I'm going to tell you about may seem rather unexciting, but they are the only things that are scientifically backed to be the building blocks of a well-functioning immune system. And I also stumbled across a couple of things that may help with immunity that are probably methods that you've never really thought about. At least I know I hadn't. And a couple of them may sound kind of out there, but no doubt the root of the concept seems to make perfect sense, so why not? So first up, let's cover the basics. You have to create an overall healthy lifestyle. There are general healthy living strategies that have been studied and are documented to be the best way to give your immune system an upper hand. And again, they may sound basic and maybe even like common sense, but nonetheless, they're overlooked a lot. So first off, don't smoke. Numerous studies have shown that tobacco smoking has a negative immunosuppressive effect. So if you want a better functioning immune system, kicking the habit should be top priority. Now, you should also try to avoid alcohol, especially in excess. Studies document over and over that excess alcohol consumption makes it harder for the immune system to do its job. And even more interesting, researchers found that alcohol can destroy healthy gut bacteria, which is a big contributor when it comes to immunity. Now, I'm going to touch on gut bacteria a little more in depth here in a second because immune health and gut health pretty much go hand in hand since 70 to 80% of our immune cells call the gut home. But let's continue on with a few of the basic staples to build a well-functioning immune system, because you should also focus on getting quality sleep. The link between immunity and sleep has been studied for decades. The first studies date all the way back to 1909, and researchers are still pioneering new research today. And over, scientists have discovered a wide variety of ways that sleep is a critical component of immunity, and adults should aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night for better overall health and well-being. Now, you should also attempt to minimize stress. And stress is interesting because some stress can actually be beneficial to the immune system. The kind of stress that is not good for you, though, is ongoing or chronic stress, be it mental or physical, such as overtraining and not focusing on recovery. Scientists are investigating the many different ways that stress takes a toll on the immune system, but we do know that long-term stress can wear you down really fast, leaving you exhausted and moody and unable to concentrate, more tempted to overeat, and even unmotivated to hit the gym. Not to mention, chronic stress produces the stress hormone cortisol, which clinicians say can further suppress the effectiveness of the immune system. But the good news is that researchers have also conducted that all stress isn't bad. Short-term stress, such as that hour you spend at the gym a few days a week, can actually enhance immunity. Which leads me to the next healthy lifestyle tip. You need to exercise regularly. Getting in at least a few sweat sessions every week is a no-brainer for overall health. But researchers believe that regular exercise is important for immunity because it can promote circulation. Better blood flow increases the activity of helpful immune cells, freeing them up to roam the body at a higher rate, which can further help your immune system be prepared to fight. But there is a catch, and why clinicians say that you must exercise regularly to enhance immunity is because this increase in immune cell activity is temporary, so it will go away unless you keep exercising. And last, but definitely not the least important, you've got to get your nutrition in check. How many times have you been told to eat numerous servings of fruits and veggies daily? Probably your entire life. It's preached over and over because a diet that includes a wide variety of vitamins and minerals is one of the best things that you can do for immune support. Vitamins, especially A and C and D, and certain minerals like zinc, seem to have a vital role in the functioning of our immune system. So ensuring that you're getting the recommended daily dose of each of these would be a great start. And because the immune response appears to be especially compromised in those that are overweight, those last two healthy lifestyle tips, exercise and proper nutrition with a wide variety of micronutrients, are the most scientifically backed approaches that you can take to have a strong immune response. Now, I'm gonna go over the easiest way to get in plenty of micronutrient diversity here in just a second, but first, let me throw in a few more tips that you may have never heard about before. So my next tip is to practice good oral hygiene. Now, we already know about the importance of good hygiene when it comes to things like washing your hands, but you may have never thought about oral hygiene and its role in immune health, because your mouth has its own microbiome, and if you allow certain bacteria to overpopulate, it can potentially create stress that push your bacteria into your bloodstream and make its way into your gut microbiome, which we already mentioned is a home to a large part of your immune system. So to combat this, it may sound like common sense, but make sure you're brushing your teeth and you're flossing and swishing around some antibacterial or antiseptic mouthwash. But there are also other oral hygiene things that most of us forget about, and that is how we store our toothbrush and remembering to replace it. According to researchers, there can be as many as 1.2 million bacteria on your toothbrush. And oral health doctors say that most of this bacteria can be eliminated by not keeping your toothbrush anywhere near the toilet and rinsing it off after every use and letting it air dry before storing it away. And they also suggest replacing it every 3 months and anytime you or a family member has been sick. Now, my next tip is to make sure that you take a cold shower. So after you brush your teeth and you go to hop in the shower to start your day, try not letting the water warm up and take a cold shower instead. Because there are a few theories as to how taking a cold shower or cold therapy could be beneficial to the immune system. From cold water stimulating circulation and shivering mimicking the contractions of exercise, which as we already mentioned are both well documented to be good for the immune system, to an indirect activation of the sympathetic nervous system, which seems to be important since the brain and the body are constantly interacting with each other. A study in England found that people who took daily cold showers had more white blood cells compared to people who took hot showers. And the theory behind this being beneficial to immunity is that when your body tries to warm up following a cold shower, your metabolism speeds up and activates the immune system, leading to the release of more white blood cells into the body to help fight off potential complications. And there was a clinical trial in the Netherlands with thousands of participants that showed people who took cold showers took fewer sick days from work. And while there isn't a ton of compelling research, it certainly can't hurt to try, especially since many people who take cold baths or cold showers claim that it boosts their energy and helps speed up recovery after training, and some studies have found that cold temperatures activate thermogenic brown fat in the body, which is the good fat that could help you burn more fat. Now, moving on to your nighttime routine. If you prefer being a night owl over an early riser, you might want to reconsider your sleep schedule. Researchers have recently discovered quite a bit of evidence that shows an increased risk of poor health in those who like to stay up late. But here's the catch. The reason is more of a correlation between the two and not so much causation. The reason they suspect the immune systems of night owls are weaker is because they found that people who stay up late often have unhealthy diets and consume more caffeine and alcohol compared to early risers, which are all things that can negatively impact immune health. And everyone has their own internal clock, also known as your chronotype or your circadian rhythm, which is why some people can jump out of bed at 5 a.m. and hit the gym with no problem, while others find themselves most productive at midnight. And there are plenty of people that argue that we shouldn't fight our chronotype and instead work with it. So if you love being a night owl, just try to be more conscious of unhealthy patterns that may weaken your immunity, such as eating junk food or boredom snacking or drinking a ton of caffeine or a bunch of alcohol. Now, speaking of making better food choices, last but certainly not least is tip number 5. And I touched on this a second ago, but it's the base of strengthening your immune system, and that is giving your body enough micronutrients, which are the vitamins and minerals that are vital to your well-being. Because your body doesn't produce micronutrients on its own, so you have to get them from healthy foods like fruits and vegetables or with quality supplements, because researchers have found that nutrition and immunity are closely connected, and that certain vitamins and nutritionally essential minerals are required for proper immune function. Look at micronutrients like the foundation of a house. You have to have a strong base to be able to withstand outside invaders. Well, without adequate nutrition, our foundation, which is our immune system, will be deprived of the components that it needs to generate an effective immune response. But it's pretty much guaranteed that you aren't getting these nutrients from your diet alone, no matter how clean you think you eat. According to data from the U.S. National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, roughly 93% of the U.S. adult population does not meet the estimated average requirement for key nutrients. So what can you do? Well, if you aren't eating a wide variety of different fruits and vegetables, the recommended 5 to 7 times a day, taking a green supplement might be your best route. And it's probably your only option if, for instance, you don't like vegetables or tend to only eat 1 or 2 of your favorites like I do. When you take a complete green supplement, you aren't only filling the gaps left behind in even the cleanest of diets, but you're able to consume a much wider variety of micronutrients from a bunch of different sources. A complete greens blend should include things like organic grasses and non-GMO superfoods and alkalizing nutrients that help put your body into fat melting mode like spirulina, and anti-inflammatory agents like turmeric and ashwagandha root, and probiotics for gut health, and maybe even collagen as a bonus to help support comfortable joints and speed up recovery between workouts. A complete greens blend is a simple and a cost-effective way to help give you all the essential nutrients that you need to feel better mentally and physically and support a healthy immune response. And supplementing with greens is also a great way to ensure that you're meeting your daily fiber needs, because fiber is one of the best things to help you feel full. Yet recent data shows 95% of Americans don't get enough of it. And if you want to simplify getting in these micronutrients or been searching for a good greens blend that doesn't taste like dirt, we have a green supplement that offers all of that and more. Just 1 scoop of Sculpt Nation Greens gives you the equivalent of multiple servings of farm-fresh fruits and vegetables, and our blend has a wide variety of superfoods from sources that you probably never eat. I mean, when was the last time that you had some alfalfa grass or acerola, which are loaded with vitamin C, which has been well documented to be one of the powerhouse micronutrients needed to support immune health. A 2013 review of 29 randomized trials with more than 11,000 participants found that among extremely active people, taking at least 200 milligrams of vitamin C every day appeared to significantly improve immune responses. And how about AMLA or AMLA? You've probably never even heard of this ancient superberry, but you can find it in our blend, and it's packed with phytochemicals that can protect your brain and your muscles and your digestive system from free radicals. And in case you don't know what free radicals are, let's just say they ain't good. And as we get older, our bodies start to lose their ability to fight the effects of free radicals. Outside factors like pollution and poor lifestyle choices such as smoking or drinking and eating overly processed or fried foods also accelerate the production of free radicals. And you need to do everything that you can to protect yourself from them. Otherwise, you could end up with premature aging, like more wrinkles and saggy skin, or problems with memory and brain fog, or digestive issues that could result in bloating, and the inability to recover from your workouts, which will put the brakes on weight loss and lean muscle gains. Now, we also included a tropical vine called bitter melon, and I doubt you've included that in your diet lately as well. Not only does bitter melon pack a ton of vitamins and minerals like vitamin C and folate and zinc, but it may also help your body better utilize protein and carbs so that they're stored in your muscles to be used for energy to crush your training sessions instead of being stored in your fat cells, which can lead to unwanted fat gain. Those superfoods plus more can be found in our greens blend. And honestly, if that was all we included, I'd still highly recommend this green supplement, but we didn't want our greens blend to only fill nutrition gaps and give you the fruits and vegetables and fiber that your body needs to thrive. We wanted to really make it worth your money. So our greens blend had to be far superior than any other greens blend on the market. So we went a step further, and we included even more ingredients that can help improve gut health and help protect your joints and help fight inflammation and boost natural energy levels and even help you burn more fat. And we also made sure it contained alkalizing ingredients like spirulina that help your body maintain pH balance. Now, as long as you're healthy and eating a well-balanced diet, your body does a decent job of maintaining pH balance on its own. But if your body doesn't maintain an ideal pH balance, it can open up the door to low energy levels and weak bones and GI discomfort and problems sleeping and poor vitamin absorption. Even issues with maintaining muscle mass and weight can be attributed to poor pH balance. In one study, researchers followed over 66,000 women for 14 years, and their findings led study authors to believe that a high intake of acid-forming foods may be linked to insulin resistance, which can result in weight gain. Another study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that a high intake of potassium-rich foods, such as the fruits and vegetables found in an alkaline diet, may help older adults maintain muscle mass as they get older. Now, we could have also stopped there and still had a better greens product than most on the market, but we didn't, because again, our greens blend had to be the best. So we also included turmeric because its active ingredient curcumin has the most substantial documentation praising its ability to help fight inflammation. Now, as I've said many times, inflammation isn't all bad. It's part of the body's defense mechanism and even tells the immune system it needs to repair damaged tissue from training. But the goal is to keep inflammation in check. Otherwise, it can become chronic and attack every cell in your body, suppressing your immune system, causing your joints to ache and even make weight loss more difficult. And another ingredient that we put in our greens blend is ashwagandha root. And this herb is very well documented to assist in mood support, helping your body better adapt to the mountain of everyday stressors that we all face. And I know that's a lot of ingredients, but I'm still not done yet because we also had to include collagen. Because for some reason, most greens on the market leave this out. Now, I'm not sure why, because collagen is the most abundant protein in the entire body. It's literally what holds us together and is well documented to help prevent wrinkles and saggy skin and support healthy joint support and even support better digestion. And there are 16 different types of collagen, but almost all of the collagen in your body is one of 3 types, which is type 1, type 2, or type 3. Pretty easy. And we chose to use a highly absorbable form of type 2 collagen in our greens because type 2 collagen can benefit your entire skeletal system. So your cartilage, your tendons, your ligaments, and your bones, which makes it especially beneficial for those that exercise or need additional joint support. Now, something that you've probably heard before is that type 2 collagen is also important for healthy hair and skin and nails and the immune system. And the collagen in greens is also hydrolyzed, which basically means it's more processed. Now, hang on. Normally, when you hear the word processed, that's bad, but not when it comes to collagen. collagen needs to be pre-digested or broken down if you want to be able to absorb it so that it can travel through the body and quickly get to work, assisting in things like lubricating joints for pain-free lifts, or helping food move through your GI tract for better digestion, or just keeping your skin tight. Each type of collagen supports different parts of the body. So if you've tried a collagen supplement in the past and didn't notice a difference, it may be because it wasn't type 2 hydrolyzed collagen. All right, so I think that covers it all. We clearly have a super long list of beneficial herbs and superfoods in our greens. It can be very easy to, lactobacillus, I almost forgot that we added that one. Lactobacillus is a probiotic found in fermented foods that can help support healthy digestion, because if you didn't know, your gut is basically your second brain. So keeping it healthy and happy is crucial for not only obvious things like bloating and irregularity, but probiotics can also help rebalance healthy gut bacteria, which has been linked to mood regulation and faster fat loss and enhanced immune function. And since 70 to 80% of immune tissue is found in the gut, there's no disputing that if your gut health is compromised, chances are your immune system will be as well. Okay, now I think we've covered it all, but yeah, that's a lot of immune enhancing micronutrients all in one scoop that you only have to take once a day. And I know what you also might be thinking, okay, it's good for me and an easy way to get in all the superfoods that I need, but how does it taste? I'm not gonna drink something that tastes like dirt. Now, I know that most greens drinks are horrible. It's the sole reason I've never personally been able to consistently take a green supplement before this one. But I can guarantee you that Sculpt Nation greens are delicious. You'll actually look forward to drinking them, and that's a promise. Because we have two different flavors, which are peach and strawberry, and are actually super refreshing to drink. But if you are one of those people that likes the old original non-flavored greens drinks, we have that flavor as well. Now, here's possibly the best part about our green supplement. If you don't like the taste or anything else about our greens, you have nothing to lose, because we back them with our lifetime money-back guarantee. So all you have to do is send it back and get a refund. No questions asked. So I'll put a link in the description box below so that you can read more about it and give it a try for yourself if you want. But I hope you found this information useful. And the key takeaway here is, even when we aren't aware, even if we feel amazing, our immune system is always working. And if you want to maintain your immunity and stay in good health, skip the crazy methods and the scare tactics that some companies are using, making you believe that you need to step away from the basics. Make sure you exercise, make sure that you get enough sleep, try not to stress out too much, practice good oral hygiene, and make sure you're getting in your micronutrients. Oh, and one more thing, Harvard clinicians point out something else when it comes to micronutrients like vitamin C. If you want the benefits, you need to consume foods that contain these micronutrients every day, not just at the start of feeling a bit off. Yet another reason why greens should be part of your everyday routine. Because remember, what we're going for isn't boosting the immune system, but keeping a firm foundation so that your body is prepared to defend itself at all times. So click the link below this video if you want to give greens a try today. But other than that, if you found this video useful, make sure you're giving it a thumbs up button below, and comment below with what you do to keep your immune system strong, because I'd love to hear your guys' strategies. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.